super lopsided. I think if you're really comfortable on Mirana, you can make it work.
Spirit Breaker banned out, the position 4 hero. Prophet is still in the pool. I don't know if it's that terrible for Wind and Rain if they want to take it and want to try and play fast with the other 4 heroes around the Spectre.
I would not advise putting a support Night Stalker. I don't like it. And they play the Night Stalker on Forev every single game. They have it. It's probably his best hero nowadays, actually. Not really a Forev classic.
I think all of his heroes are his best hero, dude. I never see that guy do bad.
Yeah, he blew up.
It happens. I don't think his Bloodseeker was anything spectacular. It was good. Solid, but not on the same level as his episodes.
Witch Doctor.
Oh, we can sit here.
They just they're showing my screen. I was told not to alt tab. Do you think how mad lad am I right now?
Alt F4.
Alt F4. Yeah, I'm technically following instructions as long as I'm doing anything else than alt tab.
Just turn your computer
quit
off.
the game.
10 seconds remaining.
Oops, kick the cables.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Rob.
5
So Witch
seconds
Doctor,
remaining.
this is a Witch Doctor Wyvern support duo. Pretty strong lane supports. Might want to put the Wyvern with the Night Stalker, that makes me think, and put Witch Doctor safely in Spectre and just use the heal to sustain against this Axe-Skyrath mage. We actually often see Witch Doctor skill heal level 1 nowadays. Just
Anti-mage.
You may now select your heroes.
Okay. They don't have great disable, so AM is going to be hard to kill. AM versus Spec. Isn't Spec classically, like years ago, Spec was kind of an AM solution?
It depends on the timings. Like normally in a vacuum, you would say that the aim would be ahead of the Spectre on items, 9 games out of 10. But I don't know if that's going to be the case here. It really depends on how much the Undying Axe lane can do. I would say the Spectre should be struggling more than the AM. That's my gut feeling. We have to see how the lanes go.
with this AM pick, you have to put Undying in his lane. AM
You think
Skyrath
so?
is not good enough. Yeah, I think they're actually going to lose to Wyvern Night Stalker. So you might have to the Sky Axe bottom into a
10
Witch Doctor lane that can
seconds
out-sustain them, and you put your AM safe lane in a matchup that the enemy team is still fine in.
5
Like,
seconds
AM Undying
remaining.
is not going to bully out Night Stalker Wyvern. There is no way that they can do that, so Wind and Rain's laning stage, I think, is going to be relatively solid here. I don't think they're going to be forced around too much. And I'm just not an anti-mage fan right now, I gotta say.
No.
I think the hero's just not very good. You need to
He's
wait
not.
so long before he's online. If he has a great game, like really great game, he's ready to fight minute 20 when he has Battle Fury Manta, which is a really early timing. And I feel like he's going to get contested at nighttime. This Night Stalker's going to be running at him, forcing him away. They have Haunt. Ever gets caught by Silence, suddenly there's a Spectre with pure damage.
Couch,
I don't-
what you thinking?
Well, AM is, I think, decent against Wyvern at least. Like, you're going to be able to mana burn the crap out of whoever gets Cold Embrace. It won't do damage because the mana burn is physical, but mana burning heavily and then going for like or getting a bash from picking off Wyvern on the back line seems okay. That is one thing you're good at, but also getting Winter's Curse, probably going to kill whoever you're caught with. Seems alright, it is hard to kill. They just have to pressure in the lane.
Oh, I'm really torn. I like AM, but I don't think he's good right now. So I'm probably going to go with Wind and Rain for this game.
All right, well, thank you so much, our lovely panel, giving us the insights as we hop into this game number 3 decider for the upper bracket. Who's going to move on to face OG? Again, there will be a 30-minute break after this game, regardless of what the outcome is, while these teams get ready for their next match. But for now, we're going into this one. Yeah, AM. Man, it did feel like they were definitely
Prepare
targeting
for
Madara a
battle.
lot with the bans that we
They
saw
were.
out there.
They were.
The last ban, Slark, as well.
Yep. I actually think that was the best ban of the whole draft, and we didn't even talk about it. I think that was the perfect ban in that situation. Because it could have had the tempo that the Radiant kind of need in this game. It's a hero that can kill Spectre. It's a hero that does well against Night Stalker in lane and gives night vision. So BlinkPool probably really wanted that grab, and a really, really great call from Wind and Rain. Yeah, I'm favoring Wind and Rain too, in case you hadn't guessed. I made a very solid, or that's not really my decision to make. That was a solid case. I have a very solid opinion about the way this laning stage is going to go, and I think a lot of this is going to come down to, well, can BlinkPool actually pressure the lanes enough? Because if they don't, I just think this nighttime timing that the
30
Dire is going to hit will
seconds
be
to battle.
difficult for them to deal with.
Madara playing a hero that's classically known for pushing lanes. Sarcasm thing. Yes. Tempo. No, it doesn't do it. Ritsu. is gonna go down here. He has a hell of a lot of regen also, and this early lane that we've seen time and time again, Axe Skywrath, an impossibility trying to deal with it is Kitrak is gonna be very hungry for battle.
Begins.
Come over and contest for the rune. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, and instead it's going to be... Looks like.
Yep. Milan's gonna get forced away here by Misery. So actually, BlinkPool were contesting 4 runes here, but they only grabbed the 2. They didn't get the bottom one that went to Wyvern and the top 2. Madara's go Blink, which actually matters in this lane, that he doesn't have the mana break from the beginning, because he could be targeting the Night Stalker and draining all his mana from the beginning. Milan, you gotta be a little bit careful.
A lot of damage stolen away there. Just going to pop the salve now after that last decay, and that will bring him back up to full after the fact.
Surprised he's not skilling Arctic Burn and just starting to lay into this Undying as well as AM. Might go for it now. He's skilling Splinter Blast.
Going to be a good bit of damage there if he hits onto both of them. And Brev taking a lot of harassment as well from this Misery Stalker. Yeah, it's a little bit different taking that choice. Oh, he's using it to get last hits.
Tis not for
CS
thee.
there.
Bad. But Misery is going to just keep going to town, and against this Night Stalker, it hurts that much more being a strength hero and all.
Yep. It's important for the Radiant team in this case that the off lane and the safe lane go well, because I think without the Axe Dagger, they have almost no ways of even initiating fights, and the Dire team wants to skirmish at nighttime for sure. Lina Yules will be quite a ways away, that'll take some time, and the supports have 0 catch. So you absolutely need your cores to be able to itemize that catch. They have the right heroes for it, but they need to secure the lane.
Kezu going to be doing that as well, coming over and pulling that creep
Harassment
wave
bottom
behind.
from the Wyvern. So much damage from Milan, actually almost killing Misery here.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, he's still able to throw out some of those decays. Frev down to very low HP, but with the stick also, it means that he's going to be able to self-topped back off again. And you mentioned it, this is still a lane that's really hard for the Radiant, in spite of having that dying there.
Tried for the Mango Snipe on Forev, but not enough damage. He had the stick charges.
God, look at this spam that comes out from the Wyvern.
That Splinter Blast change matters. It especially gets scary on level 2, because it's an 180 damage spell on level 2.
And neither of these heroes have sticks.
Yeah. Radiant are losing this lane now. They're running out of regen on Undying. He has to go to base. Actually, he's just dying.
Okay.
Okay, he might have wanted that
Yeah.
to get a refill, but it's a first blood. That's still, it's a lot of gold. I don't think that's the play.
No, I think it was spread between the creeps, actually.
I still think it gives the bounty,
Okay,
though.
got
Like,
it.
look at the numbers.
Yeah.
276 each.
Well, Misery back in lane. He is going to continue to spam out decays, and this is where things start to become a little bit better. Forev down to very low HP, and we'll walk away. Might need to walk all the way back to base, actually.
A wyvern's breath.
Yeah, looks like he will.
Dire's structures.
So there was some value in that death from Misery for sure. Madara gets some more space.
Radiant
And
structures are fortified.
for now, he's definitely doing okay. He will actually be able to afford the ring soon, so doing good on the CS. This went a bit better in the safe lane than I thought it would for Wind and Rain. Or sorry, for BlinkPool. They had to chew through a lot of regen to get to this stage, and Madara is actually not buying the ring. What did he buy? He bought boots. Okay. So he's going boots into ring. Still has a couple of tangos to work with, but now the nighttime comes in and this gets a lot scarier. Gotta start being careful down here at bottom.
Mid lane, we haven't talked about it a whole heck of a lot, but it's the Lina Mirana matchup, and things looking relatively even there, actually. Bro having a decent time with it.
Yep.
Top Spectre also getting some CS, not as much as Madara's on Sam. But again, I think the big question that we always have is nighttime, what's going to go down? And it looks like Arctic Burn onto both of these heroes. They're going to have a Splinter Blast to follow this up if they want to as well. A little bit off the mark there. Still, the pressure is being mounted. Rev, only level 2.
Sticks, Raindrop, and Mangoes. They really want to pressure here. You can tell what the mentality is. And I feel like Madara might end up Actually, no, he gets it just in time here.
Track goes in with the cask now, the Maledict there, the arrow, and Bryle going to be able to find himself a kill in mid lane.
bit of a move there from Witch Doctor. They're gonna leave Spectre alone during that downtime. So Ritsu not really touching many creeps right now. Misery is low again. He has to refill once again on this Undying. Now the question is how many bounty runes are they gonna get? So Kitrak is contesting this top one against Soxa. And he did get it. So 3 runes will go the way of the Dire as he TPs out. Forev grabs 2 and goes to his shrine. And I think the shrine might be used bottom by Misery as well, or he has to die to go back to base. Milan just buying time, space here. Ryle. So far, so good for a couple of heroes in the game. Spectre is top net worth, which is always great for him to see. He doesn't see it. Anti-Mage is also doing relatively well. As mentioned, they spend a lot of gold on regen, and Undying's sole purpose in this game is to enable this AM, so it's very important that it's going this well. That's good. Axe is having a good laning stage too, so I would imagine the dagger will come out relatively early for him. So nobody should really feel too bad about this situation. Nice damage there from Milan on
dying.
Yeah, Misery wants to die. Cast on the ring. He's gonna heal Madara, and he's gonna run all the way back to base. He doesn't want to die actually, he's level 4. So the price he pays for dying is too big, and he will still be dying here. He got cut off by Milan.
Nice pickup there by Milan as he backs away. A little bit of a tip. And the walk away. Milan also on very low mana, but he's actually getting really close to Arcane Boots, and that's another way that this lane starts to change, when you can just spam out.
Oh, that's big, yeah. I do think it's his preferred item choice. We've had players in the past go Soul Ring on Wyvern. Arrow just barely dodged there by Kezu. Good awareness. The Dire actually pinging out a ward, but there is no ward. They just realized it was coming.
0 and 3 so far, still very even. Level 6 is there for Kaiser. Mirana, after making that rotation, she also has her own level 6. But things do get a little bit scary looking for the Laguna Blade for the Light Strike Ray, but LSA doesn't hit. Kaiser back. Rather keeps on putting on the harassment. There's the regen. Down bottom, again Forev trying to beat into Misery. The Tombstone is down, and Forev very low HP. They need to kill off this tomb ASAP, and well, Milan looks like he's gonna go for it. One last hit, takes it down, 150 gold, easy peasy, 1,000 gold on Milan. They do manage to get that one kill.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Oh, Forev just walking in to cast a void and gets decayed and killed. Milan was fine there. He has 10 sticks, so he definitely has something to work with. There are the mana boots. Making full use of the duration of Moonlight Shadow to back off and smoke, make some
lane again.
rings in the air.
Oh, nice leap there as well as the arrow, and with the Maledict on, there's going to be a dead Kaiser again.
Soxa TPing in vain here, also. Forcing the rotation around. Again, good laning stage from Wind and Rain, building themselves an advantage here.
And that's one of those things too. You see the Moonlight Shadow. Witch Doctor's been missing a little while. That rotation had happened before. I'm not sure. A bit of an oversight, possibly, or maybe a lack of communication.
That was definitely possible to predict. There's a lot of things going on at once in this game right now, so that's a bit chaotic probably for the Radiant communication as well.
Milan level 4, 2-2-0 build, and Madara has that Ring of Health as you were mentioning, trying to get towards the treads if possible. But the rotation for Kezu doesn't look like they're going to build it. On instead, they go down immediately.
Oh, he blinks, but it's a short-range blink. Ritsu will grab this kill. The perfect kill for the perfect hero as well. Actually, getting that grab on Spectre, he's going to feel really good about that one.
This Haunt rotation comes a little bit earlier than the one that we saw last game with the Siege Creep, but it looks like Ritsu is still comfortable staying down here.
And you're seeing what they accomplished, right? Like, the Spectre's now level 7 and AM is level 5. Not even 6 yet.
Madara is TP'd into this. He does have a Blink Dagger, but you do not want to have to use it, particularly since he's still going to have the dagger.
He dies now. This is real bad. He just TP'd in.
Oh, and the chase.
Level 1 Blink.
No, not going to be able to get away, and nobody there to help him.
That is real hurtful. That is one of the biggest mistakes of the whole series, for sure. It is so expensive to have this happen. You die, you TP back, you die again. Now on his second life, he has 30-second cooldown on TP. So he basically lost 3 full creep waves now. He has to run all the way back to lane. Yeah, Forev putting the pressure on.
They're going to try and see if they can get something in return. Tombstone is already down. He does still chase forward for more, trying to get out of here. Rev is going to be taunted and killed off, but again, the bigger story, like you said, is the Spectre that is having a great old time. And the AM, who is decidedly not.
Yeah, Madara is very far behind par right now. 2,800 net worth, minute 10. In a great game with Anti-Mage, you can start closing in on a Battle Fury at this point. He did not go Aquila, so this is a, like, I think if you're having a great game where you go treads Battle Fury, you can have it like 12, 13 minutes. He is really far off that mark right now. Does get a tower top, that's big for him.
Ryle sees Kaiser here in the jungle. He has an Invis rune working, and there's a chance that he could find a snipe possibly. He needs to hit the arrow first, though, for Kaiser to go by. Arrow comes out. There's going to be the jump forward Starstorm. The right clicks. It's there, and another kill working for him.
Big one. Solo kill, core versus core, is always very, very big. Gets to level 10. So you're now a full level ahead of Kaiser. The tower does get denied by Kezu, but that's an expensive deny. Not worth it if he ends up dying to Ritsu here, and he will. Wow. Just came to mind there.
That was great. I loved it. Never change. They're going to find the Skywrath Mage there as well. 2 to 8. Lina dead, Axe dead, the Anti-Mage is dead. They're all going down, man. They're all dead. I'm right there with you.
Hey. It sucks when you do this as AM minute 11. This, I can tell you, Madara is not feeling good about this, but sometimes a really bad option is the best one. All of this is kind of caused by that aggressive dueling, pressuring him that much, and then him dying and TPing back and dying again basically slowed him down a few minutes. There's going to be a lot more space needing to be created by the Radiant, but who's going to do it? Kezu actually went Vanguard first. Not sure if this is the game for it. I feel like a fast dagger would have been necessary. Lina isn't having too hot of a game either, so who's actually going to be making moves for the Radiant lineup? It kind of reminds me of the game that they had against OG in the groups, or in the opens rather. It was the groups, my bad.
Got it.
Where they had a Sand King support and a mid TA and a safe lane Slar. So everybody needed to farm.
Yeah.
Nobody made space. Curse into Haunt.
They have the Tombstone down now, not deciding to take it as the Skywrath Mage being ran at yet again. They're going to turn their sights onto the Captain. Misery goes down, and Ritsu gets the kill on the secondary Tombstone, as well as now Forev chasing down Kezu. They have lost the Witch Doctor. Forev needing to back out now is getting a little bit too big for his britches. Meanwhile, the turnaround, Ritsu need to escape. He's on such low HP, TPing out, and they do manage to find the kill with the Mana Void. Kaiser, though, afterwards going to be punished. There's no miss uphill. Can't catch a break, but they did manage to get that kill on the Spectre.
Yeah, AM getting that kill helps this game out a lot. That was a 500 gold kill, I think, for him. 454 for the Anti-Mage. Had to rotate for it, though, so lost some CS, but well worth it for him. Wow, it's so high level. It's level 12. 12 minute 12.
Yeah, and hasn't died yet. Comparison to the Leon on the other side. Everywhere Dark goes, he just gets pummeled here by Forev. Running at him underneath the tower even. Doesn't have the silence, but this does not feel good for an Anti-Mage. You just can't hit any creeps at all.
Yeah. It's just going to keep zoning him off the lane. Over and over again. This is a long night time to go as well. There's 3 minutes left, and he will have another darkness. So, AM forced into the woods once more, and I can't give you the exact math on this, how much percentage of a loss this is in GM, but it's big. He also has to buy a Flask now to farm because he's taking damage while farming jungle. It ain't good.
Kitrak has been playing around this area. He expects that there's a ward, but he actually misses into it. Instead is going to find Kezu down here. And with the Winter Wyvern and Maledict, I think they can actually find a kill.
Allies disappear.
And the
Moonlight
Moonlight
Shadow.
Shadow.
Didn't see them. It's backing off. The Radiant team very scared. Look at their positioning. They're all under their towers.
Nobody's hitting creeps at all.
Yeah. It's terrifying. Strong aggressive warding from the Dire. There's a Night Stalker in the game. Oh, this Lina, she's getting spotted by a ward. Could try to go for this. Ryle's getting in position, but Kaiser plays safe and backs off. Gitrak may have been able to actually take that opportunity, I think. perhaps killed there with Cast
They see him again, though, and the creep wave's going under the tower. They're going to die for this, I think. And with the Haunt, no, it's not up and online. They're still going to be able to find Kaiser, who is going to die. And Tombstone down, Kezu wanting to make a play. The Winter's Curse, though, to turn it back around. Now Kitrak just TPs. See you later. Doesn't even care.
Wow, that was so close.
Chase forward onto Forev.
Oh, Madara really wants this kill. He's getting tired of Night Stalker's shit here.
It ain't happening. Forev is going to die.
All right, it definitely is. He was out of mana. If he had more stick charges, he could have lived with stick into Hunter in the Night, but only 2 charges remain.
So 3,000 gold lead, 15 minutes in. I mean, normally you say, okay, if Spectre's top net worth, it's amazing. With an anti-mage in the game,
It's amazing.
It's still amazing. Okay.
Yes, this is amazing.
He is getting closer to that Battle Fury, but that doesn't really allow him to fight either, I guess.
No. It's still going to end up being a pretty respectable timing for Madara at the end of the day here, because when you look at what kind of a game he's had, getting a 15.5-minute one is pretty admirable. And it really comes down to that Spectre kill he got mid. It helped him out so much.
Ritsu going forward and farming in the face of misery. Not afraid of all that much as
That sounds so poetic. In the face of misery.
I mean, it's not actually that much misery if
No.
you think about the way the game has gone for him.
Not really. So there is a chance now that AM can start to overtake Spectre. He needs to keep up his farming pace, and they need to not find him with Night Stalker plus Haunt. That's the one big threat he has to dodge, which is not that easy, because I think those two combining will kill him from full health very easily. If he goes on this wave top, he can die. They will Darkness, Haunt, and silence him. It's going to happen right now. It has to happen right now.
They're looking for it. And with the Scarlet Mage in the area, maybe they can make it happen, but the silence is there, as you said, the Haunt, and it is not gonna happen!
The creep wave, he didn't proc Desolate on his attacks because the creep wave was next to him.
Did they need to void there at the start of it?
No. They probably didn't, actually. Okay, he's gonna curse the creep here.
Okay, that pulls Kezu back in, but
Not enough. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. They still forced him out, but Madara's gonna be very happy with surviving that. He's so close. He had like 1% HP in that move.
And the thing
still
that
got out alive.
I think about when you talk about it is that it gives an opportunity for Madara to feel a lot more safe now because there's no Haunt that he has to worry about for that initiation at least.
No Haunt, no Darkness. He is safe for the next minute and a half even. This is a level 1 Darkness, so it's going to take a while. Spectre will, however, have an 18-minute Radiance.
That's terrifying.
That is very fast, but it's still a winnable game for the Radiant, for sure. It's definitely a winnable game.
Meanwhile, it's going to be a smoke up. Make space for your team. The Blink Dagger is there for Axe. If they can manage to find a couple key kills, Ryle, hit track there, the jump forward, the call. It's not on the mark with the Mystic Flare afterwards, but it might not matter. They do have a leap in a second. Ryle getting away with the Battle Hunger. He kills off the zombie that keeps him alive.
Clutch.
Oh, wow. And now Misery, they're chasing forward for this. It looks like the arrow is not going to connect.
That was such a sick sequence from Ryle. He reacted so quickly to the Axe call on the leap, and Saksa thought that the call had hit, so he started casting the Mystic Flare as fast as possible. And Ryle leaps away, then leaps again, like you said, kills the Tombstone zombie to get rid of Battle Hunger. Beautiful stuff. At the same time, if you wait a little bit on the Scarif there, just wait for the call to hit,
Right.
you can't fail that kill. So, it was definitely a great play within a mistake. Light. Forever's going to scout them out, I think.
They're just outside of range. They see him now.
20 seconds on Haunt. They want to find this fight.
Radiance.
Yeah.
Be a great timing. Darkness back off cooldown in 20, but it's also going to be nighttime in a minute, and well, Brow just arrows him.
Yeah. Easy kill on Misery. He was just standing there as a scout, basically. And sometimes scouts die. It does happen. Yep. There's another one.
I'll scout. Done.
It's still space for both Ritsu and for Madara, though. They're both getting farm. And now Madara is going to start overtaking him in net worth. If he would have died to that Night Stalker gank before, it would have been almost 1,000 behind the Spectre. Very big this didn't happen.
Darkness pops. They jump
Good
up.
hunt
They
if they
spot
want
him
to.
out. Decent fight here. The silence is there. There's not going to be a call. Can they follow this up with anything else? Light Strike Ray already out. The Hawk comes in. They chase down Kaiser now. He is isolated away from the rest of his team. But the Winter's Curse is there as well. They decide to take down this Tombstone. Can they kill it off in time? Mystic Flare there, but the Cold Embrace is keeping Forev alive for the moment. Ritsu still trying to take down this Tombstone. They finally get it. A good bit of gold. Forev jumps away. Madara decided to show up into this fight as well. There's low mana on several of these here. The jump for it's not quite enough. 20 HP.
Damn. That's almost fair after what happened last time on the Haunt.
Yeah.
They're both just surviving each other's ganks with like no health whatsoever. But that turned out to be a pretty decent fight for the Radiant. I thought that was going to go way worse for them, but the Tombstone stood for so long. I think Bryle might have wanted to focus that with a leap. He has the attack speed talent. He'll kill it really fast. And it was allowed to stand there for a good, I don't know, 10 seconds maybe before Ritsu got the job done. I don't think that should be Ritsu's job. I think you let the Mirana take out the tomb and Ritsu hunts heroes with his haunt. But it's a good swing the Radiant's way. Madara making progress. This will probably be a 23-minute Manta. Maybe even 22. Let's see if he gets caught now.
They
Looks
don't
fine
have
for
a
him.
haunt though, yeah. So
Haster and Mirana.
talk about a little bit. Ooh, yeah, he's heading away though. Although he is going to come back to this camp, it looks like, and it just blink down bottom.
Is a dead Skywrath. Oh, he has Sentry.
No, they're going for the others, and
He
yeah,
knows.
that sentry that saves their life. Well played by the Skywrath.
For the wings of
The one little bit of synergy we haven't talked about. Eventually, that Wyvern level 15,
Radiant's
500 night
bottom
vision
tower is
with
under
darkness. Seems pretty good.
I mean, they're on the favorable team. He doesn't really need it.
I guess that's true.
I think he will.
Oh wait, they found Dara.
Oh, he got silenced.
Excuse me,
He's not
they
getting
take
out
it
this time.
He's done.
Oh, that was so greedy, man. He just dodged the gank attempt bottom, and they've been gone for a while.
Wow.
They just ran to him in a straight line, and he just didn't respect it. Bit of a misread on the map there, and this is one of those skills on anti-mates that you have to have it down to a T. These deaths are... I don't think there's any carry I can think of that gets hurt as much by these like movement deaths as anti-mage does. It's such a timing hero on this patch.
Yazu is here, and Brev is not quite going to scout him out, but they're bringing in other heroes. They might want to actually fight this. Brev is going to get called. They drop down the zombie, and, well, the Mystic Flare is already up with the Haunt to turn it back around. Are they really trying to take this fight right now? That's going to be a dead misery. Forev is living, and Kezu's stuck behind as well. This is a huge problem, and now maybe even right to Roche.
Yeah, that's a DD run. Gaben likes them today. Gaben just wants you to win the series. 75
Non-biased
damage on
caster
Witch
here.
Doctor. Run a bottle of double damage. He's going to use it here, I would imagine. No, he's actually saving it for a fight. It's greedy, honestly. The Radiant, can they? No, X in 15 seconds. No, they can't. Oh, now he uses it.
Lena doesn't have a... Okay. Lena doesn't have a TP anyways.
Time to change your mind. They got it. Aegis on Bryle, not on the Spectre. Interestingly, Spectre is generally considered one of the better heroes to give the Aegis to just because of how much damage Spectre does while dying. But they feel confident that Bryle is actually going to be able to just jump in and play aggressively now as well, and if Spectre does die, there could be a buyback Haunt play, so I'm okay with this. Heroes, definitely very valuable to the Dire team. Forev finishing a pipe in a moment.
They run into Madara yet
No, he
again.
bought
The
the Manta.
silence is there. Play, but the Winter's Curse to turn it back around. This is going to watch the arrow follow-up though. Now it does a lot as they get the Soul Rip trying to turn it though. The player comes down with the call, but now Ritsu is here as well, and that is going to be a couple done. They kill off the Aegis from Bryle.
What a godlike cask from Kitrak. That bounced between heroes the full amount of times. Madara actually couldn't really hit very much. He just kept getting stunned by the coconut. And they're more than happy with trading away an Aegis for these 3 kills. It's 2 cores, one of them being the anti-mage. And all they had to expend, they didn't even have Haunt Me. They
Yeah.
actually just staggered in and ran in on the Spectre. Big win for Dire.
This Ritsu Spectre is going to get further and further out of control with the Manta style coming up shortly. Haunt back off cooldown in 20 seconds. The Aegis is not there, but I don't know if they even necessarily have to have it to close out the rest of these tier 2 towers.
They need nighttime at
Okay.
least, so they can pop a darkness to try to get this bottom tower if they want to, but they seem to be in favor of just playing safely here. Or rather, they're actually smoking for a play because Haunt is up. I love this choice. There's going to be a really big pick for them in this Lina. She did get spotted under an observer. Do they have detection? Oh, they found Madara.
Yet again, he's going to blink out, but the Haunt to chase, if they want to do it, it's a little bit scary with all these other heroes here. Oh, look at how much damage like the Skywrath takes in that Haunt. He's almost dead.
Desolate plus Radiance is no joke. The supports, if you're not close to anyone, you almost, yeah, that was almost full HP to just a Haunt illusion. He did 700 damage by pressing one button to Skywrath. It's like 3 Zeus ulti.
Insane.
It's pretty good. When Spectre's this farmed, I don't know what the win rate is of this hero when it's 8k up at minute 25, but it's got to be something ridiculous. Were they this much up in the last Spectre game when they lost actually to PL? Or something similar, I think.
Yeah, they might have been.
But I don't think it was at this time, and it was in a totally different matchup. This is a different game.
Well, and the Doppelganger talent kind of completely destroyed everything afterwards also.
It got, it got them 3 lanes of racks at least.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's something.
Seems decent.
Yeah. Ritsu's playing efficiently here, running clarities. He's going to send out his Manta style.
There's always sentries all over the map.
This is a play attempt here from the Radiant. They're not
They see him.
catching, though.
They see Kaiser. Immediately there, the call, it's onto the Spectre illusion. Feels bad, man, and the Winter's Curse also at 9. In trouble, they're all grouped together. They're going to start falling the Casket Fountain, and they're all dying. Kezu trying to TP away, and he is going to do it, but the Maledict back in the base.
He's dead, actually.
One more hit. Oh,
Fairy Fire! Clutch! No, he actually lived because of that
Did he buy a Fairy Fire?
He needed to use it too.
Oh, wow.
He actually needed that Fairy Fire to live. Nice play in the clutch there by Kezu, but again... Oh, they're getting so punished, this Radiant lineup. That was another fight without Haunt, and they lost it clean sweep. The illusion getting caught there already, the fight is just lost. Like, it's actually unsalvageable at that point.
Well, 8-27 in what is looking like potentially a one-sided game number 3. Winner goes on to face OG, and right now it's looking like it's going to be Wind and Rain unless BlinkPool can pull something together here. They need Madara to be farmed. He is getting towards the Basher. We've seen this hero get out of control before, but is he going to have the time?
He's got a lot of weight to carry because Lina's just not having a good game. Kaiser is 0 and 6. That's not how Lina plays, you know? Lina is one of those heroes that wants to get these early kills, wants to play from ahead. It is, I wouldn't call it snowbally as some other mids, like say you play a Skywrath mid and you don't find kills, it's terrible, but Lina can farm, but it's just not been a good game for Kaiser. He's been ganked multiple times by this Night Stalker and Mirana combo. Mirana even soloed him. Now the darkness is covering the map and the Radiant is terrified.
Find themselves Madara with the Winter's Curse yet again, trying to set up onto him. He's going to blink away, but the Haunt comes out. They spot him out immediately. Arrow, it connects. Bryle makes the kill in the woods. And again, this anti-mage is denied.
This team is so... I don't know, it's so interesting to watch. Like, they make these plays, and then sometimes they do something really stupid, you know? But the majority of the time, Wind and Rain do really, really nice moves, and this is one of those. You know, it's you can just tell it's communicated. I'm gonna curse, then we haunt, and when we find where we blink to, we can arrow. It was planned. From the moment the curse came in, what they were gonna do step 1, 2, and 3. And that is, it may sound easy, but in the heat of the moment, these calls are not, it's not that simple to set up. It must be some really clear-cut, simple communication.
Be very interesting to hear chat logs with the team, which I don't think would ever happen, but definitely feels like, oh my god. Found in the woods. This guy is done. The call?
Dodge the call. He tried.
No. Well, he's still living.
Call the brace. And Kaiser's dead too. And Sox is dead too.
And, well, it looks like AM.
And BlinkPool is dead too. They're all dead?
They're all dead.
Say the thing.
They're all dead!
Say the thing. I just called you Gaben.
I know you did.
That wasn't even on purpose. I'm like, I like.
They don't have the chat
well. Oh, there's a kill from Madara. He found the Witch Doctor.
Hey.
Small consolation prize arrow, not gonna land. If that would have landed, he could have actually died there. So, Madara, important.
He gonna blink here? Oh, they have the silence. Waiting on it?
He's fine.
Okay.
He's holding on to it. He has to save it.
Brev was like baiting it. He kept on putting his hand out like he wanted to reach for him, but No commitment there. Very impressed with the Wind and Rain team in this game, in the drafting that we've been seeing from them.
Yeah,
It feels like
looking so good this game.
Radiant's
answers.
top tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
It's also just like the individual moves they make, the individual decisions, and how you can see it weaves into their teamfight execution. They just seem to have a good understanding individually of what their heroes can, need, and should do.
Ritsu decided to finish off his magic wand.
Wand is ready, but
29 minutes.
value stats and a clarity.
While also getting the Eagle Song.
Radiant are scanning.
Night Stalker Spine Hex. I love this choice. They know that this game is unlosable if AM doesn't take off anymore. It is actually the one hope for the Radiant is a big AM play from Madara. And he just doesn't have much to work with. This is a really poor inventory to have him in at 30 on this hero. He's still top net worth. But AM is a hero that wants to play from more ahead than this. We've seen games where AM does well. At this point, he'll be 5 to 10k ahead of the Spectre. And not even close.
And there isn't really that hero with the big mana pool to blow up with a mana void.
That's a good point.
The closest one is the Wyvern, and Milana's just been playing this so well. Like, look at how much gold he's got into survivability and just getting away from the AM.
GPM talent.
Hey.
It's doing work. He's getting items.
Witch Doctor also went for his GPM talent, so has the Glimmer Cape already done. These supports that would normally be food for AM are just not looking like they're going to go down.
Witch Doctor will... If he
Okay.
gets jumped. Oh, Kazu.
They find him again.
Found him on
and
the
with
board.
Witch Doctor ulti. It comes out. They also spot Kaiser here. The dust is there. And this Lina in trouble as he is going to go down. Bottom lane, though. Pressure's coming.
Wyvern's already setting up.
Oh, the walk into Winter's Curse. They're going to set it up beautifully. Looking for their moment. And now the arrow, it's going to come out in time, possibly. Looking for the hit. It's going to be there. They don't quite time the Starstorm, but Madara trying to blink away. Misery is there to try and save a life, but Madara does get out, it looks like.
And it's all good that you have this Abyssal and AM, but you're not the team initiating. The last initiation I remember was the one where they blink called the illusion. That feels like it was 10 minutes ago.
And they blink called an illusion.
And they blink called an illusion, so did they really initiate?
30 seconds to Roche. Gem on Night Stalker as well, so you take a look at the relative vision of these two teams, and right now BlinkPool is just fully hemmed in. They do have a nice ward up here that's in the jungle, but a lot of the time we're seeing them play other sides of the map. As Get Track again, able to find the Skywrath Mage. They're moving in with Madara as well, and when you're running away two heroes from the Witch Doctor, you know it ain't great.
Okay. I'm gonna make a prediction for the next team fight.
Okay.
Spectre is gonna press his ult, and Skywrath is gonna die. Just from that alone. He has a butterfly now. I actually think he will die from Haunt. And he can't do anything. He actually doesn't have any items. So, unless he is next to an ally, Desolate will kill him. That's concerning. That makes fighting really easy when you can just kill off supports without even touching them.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see how it goes. They're trying to make him move 15 seconds on the Haunt here. But they're Moonlight shadowing away, realizing that the Radiant were up to a move here. I think the smoke might have been spotted by the Radiant ward top, or the Dire ward rather. Just chilling around here.
They're moving into Roche.
This is an all-in play. If this play fails, the game is lost.
Desperation.
High risk, high reward, as they call it.
And
Now the
they're
Dire.
going to move in.
Now they're just gonna move in the Night Stalker as a body.
Another scary
is
thing
online.
about this. They have the Haunt immediately. Blinks are cancelled. Kenzo can't do it. Misery in Misery as he goes down to his carry Madara. Trying to blink out of there. They do manage to throw out the Laguna Void, but it's only on the Witch Doctor. Aegis is now there for Mr. Ritsu, and the Mana Void might not be able to seal the deal as the Tombstone is down, but 4 are dead.
He actually got saved by the Tombstone there. The zombies blocked the arrow of Bryle out of the Yor, else Madara would have died as well, but it's still a huge grab for the Dire, obviously. They get a full team wipe except AM. They get the Aegis and Cheese on Spectre. And all they have to pay for it is a buyback from Witch Doctor, which they didn't even have to pay. It was actually wasted. So, clean fight from them. And my prediction was wrong. Skywrath actually did die to the illusion only. Spectre hit him once. He did hit him one time with his hero, but I don't think he needed to.
That's cheating, honestly. Double gem on Night Stalker, because why not?
Radiant's middle
The tower
has
falls.
fallen.
Again, 20,000 net worth lead. No need to rush it. They can wait till the next taunt. and then go in again. You take a look at these levels as well. Right now you're hitting the level 20 talents for a lot of these heroes. The movement speed for the Night Stalker. We also got the Mirana taking the spell amplification talent, interestingly enough. Bit of the mana break, which we sometimes do see.
That is actually very surprising. 12% spell amp. It's a bit on Starstorm, it's a bit on Maelstrom, but the mana break against AM seems really useful. You can drain his mana in the fight, or just, you know, it still deals physical damage, so... Okay, it's a great thing to have against Axe, like these heroes that need mana, but... Honestly, I feel like this might have been a misclick.
The prize is
Not sure.
Spectre Illusion goes in and
And
just
this is
lays
on the
waste.
hunt. Haunt in 5 seconds. Borev is finding Kezu here. Doesn't want to go for it though.
Top lane. Misery dead again. A little tip. Why not?
Couple of hits from the Death Ward and a Manta illusion.
Kaiser.
Oh
in
no,
trouble
that's a regular
also.
illusion.
There's
Mon is
the
ready.
Scepter. And the turn, and they do not feel comfortable going on Night Stalker. They're pinging out exactly where the AM is.
Borev is so tanky. He has pipe, 14 armor, and 3,000 health. And he didn't even take the strength talent, he took the cast range. I really like that in this game because he identifies that his primary job is just trying to either cancel the Axis Dagger or get the silence on AM after Manta. So he's definitely, you know, I'm a big fan of that. He also took the move speed talent instead of the damage that we usually see people take, so this is pretty different, but he just wants to move as fast as possible, full on haste mode, and find the silence.
He's got enough farm to make up for it for sure. Well, if Spectre is able to solo the Skywrath with just an ulti, he does have buyback, but he's the only one on his team.
Oh, it sucks. Sucks to know.
Not like this. Oh, he's moving forward for it. He wants to live so badly, but he's just going to be pummeled. And feeling bad.
This Night Stalker is almost perma-hasted without activating phase boots because of the move speed talent. He has 534. Curse.
Onto one, they do manage to find the call, and the battle hunger down as well onto Milan, but they throw down the Witchshock ultimate. Doesn't care about Blade Mail there, and the ulti comes out. Ritsu just laying waste on this very farmed late game Spectre. Madara jumps in. He does have a Mana Void available, burning through some of the mana of Milan, but too scary. Had to run. He actually didn't have the mana left over for the Mana Void afterwards. Tier 3 tower is going to go down now, and all of the possible angles that you can run to are going to be blocked off. The barracks are down. Kaiser trying desperately to cook through these creep waves, but it is just not happening. They have Laguna Blade. They don't have BKB on Lina. Skywrath does have a Mystic Flare. They're within vision. Arrow comes out. Not going to hit there. Have the concussive as well as the Yule Scepter hitting onto it. Light Strike Ray a little bit off the mark. The chase for Kaiser just getting almost soloed there. They don't stand a chance right now with the amount of DPS coming out. And this is before Ritsu even gets himself really into the fight. The jump forward, Madara trying to take down one. The call is there as well, but he's going to end up getting stunned. The cat he's back and forth. Madara needs to get out. Kezu in trouble also, as Misery is going to be ran down next. One by one they fall. And Wind and Rain looking incredibly strong right now as they look to close out this game number 3. Although they do burn through the Aegis of the Spectre. It's only the Aegis, no Laguna Blade. Madara wants to do something at all, but with the rotations coming in from the rest of his team, they turn, they fight a Winter's Curse. Not the greatest in the world, but this game is over.
You want to hit the buildings, guys? No? Okay. I guess we're hitting arrows. And they're doing a pretty good job at that.
Oh, the chase in. They do not care. They do lose Forev, but this one certainly in the favor of Wind and Rain as they're going to close out the last couple of barracks and GG is called. 50-11, 32,000 net worth lead. They stumbled a little bit in game number 1, but Wind and Rain looking good in the next 2.
When they look good, they look really good. Like, this is... I still